Hello, my name is Michael Stokes with IBM Rational Software. I want to speak with you today about Rational Asset Manager, otherwise known as RAM, and the design that went into creating a highly usable search and create function for software assets. The overall usability objectives that went into the RAM design were threefold, and they included ease of asset creation, ease of finding an asset, and ease of evaluating and using an asset. In this discussion, we'll focus on the ease of finding an asset objective. The principal function for finding an asset is a search function, which you see here. And the objectives behind the design of the search function was to recognize that end users in searching for things will adopt different strategies. And we strove to accommodate these different strategies, usage patterns, and preferences. And so Rational Asset Manager, in so doing, provides four major methods for searching and browsing the asset repository, and I'll cover each here. The first method for finding an asset is to use the text search, in which a term is entered and the results are listed. And from the results, a user can view information about the asset, as well as click on the asset's name, and the user will be taken to a details page that lists the asset description, the asset contents, and what members of the asset community are saying about RAM, about this asset. The second method for searching for assets is to use filtered search. When an asset is created, it is categorized, and these categories form the basis of the filters. So a user can click on any of the filters listed, at which point the user will be taken to an area in RAM that contains the assets of that type and category. The filtered search has proven to be very useful in allowing a user to quickly navigate the RAM repository where there are many assets. The third category, or the third method for searching for assets in RAM, is to use tags. When a user creates an asset, or when a user browses an asset, that person can add a tag or tags to the asset. And a tag is basically a label that the user enters that describes the asset in a way that's meaningful to the user. Later, other users can browse these tags and determine what is of interest to the users of the RAM community. The fourth method of searching is to use our visual browse function. And as the name would suggest, this function allows a user to search and browse the repository in a visual manner. So we can enter a search term from the results list. A user can select an asset or assets of interest. Upon selecting the asset, it is displayed in a graphical panel at the bottom. From here, the user can view information about the asset, or they can display the assets in different ways, such as showing related assets. And here you see the assets that are related to the Credit Managed Service interface are displayed, and I can click on details regarding the relationships. I can also choose different ways of displaying the asset. In this case, I might want to show the various assets grouped by type. And type is denoted by color and by label. And as you can see here, like assets, like by type, are displayed with each other near each other in the diagram. The graphical browse function was added in the second release of RAM in response to some very clear requirements from our stakeholder customers. And we have found and received high praise for this function. We believe it is going in the right direction, and we anticipate improving upon this in the time to come. In evaluating an asset, a user can dive into details, as I said earlier, about a particular asset. Here we see a details page that's divided into various sections. From the main section, you can view a summary of the asset, including a description, its attributes, what category it's associated with, and whether or not it has related assets. You can also view the contents of the asset. So every artifact making up the asset is listed, and from there you can launch viewers or browsers for the various artifacts that make up the asset. You can view ratings for the asset if users have commented on the asset and given it a rating. You can view discussions about a particular asset and statistics. If a user decides that this is an asset that they want to reuse, a download button, a single click, will allow a user to download the asset to the desktop. In addition to that, users can select to monitor an asset to find out whether it's changed by creating an RSS feed for the asset, or by subscribing to the asset and getting email updates. So as you can see, the overall solution is one that is designed to accommodate the needs of the end user, to provide an easy way to access information about assets within the repository, and also to foster a sense of community among the users of the asset repository.